Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a perfume to share with you. Actually, this is a new discovery of mine, and I think it is a really slept on fragrance and such a good one, and I really just don't think enough people talk about it. If you guys are new here, welcome. I would love if you consider subscribing. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful fall. We are almost into winter, but I'm still trying to hold on to my pumpkin stuff as much as possible. So without further ado, let's get into today's perfume video. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be my newest perfume addition to my collection. It was not really expensive, it's pretty affordable. You can get it from discount websites for really affordable, really inexpensive. And it is such an amazing, slept on, under talked about perfume that I almost never hear anybody talk about. Granted, I have not been watching perfume content, I haven't been watching perfume videos. And the other day I went to the store, I was looking for something fresh, and I kind of had a few ideas in mind. I don't know what it is, but lately I've just been loving the fresh, fruity, floral perfumes. That's just been what I've been really enjoying. And I think that there's something to be said for the fresh, fruity, floral perfumes because they just make you smell lively, youthful, vibrant, and they just smell kind of quintessentially girly. That fruity, floral combination that sort of smells a little bit shampoo-y, like that's kind of that quintessential clean girl, feminine vibe. And sometimes I really like that. You know, I tend to get sick of the overwhelming cookie, vanilla, dominant, thick, creamy perfumes. There's only so much of that I can do before I start to get tired of that perfume category. And right now, I definitely think I am in my genre of fruity floral. I don't know why. It's strange because if you would have asked me 4 years ago, 4 years ago, I would have said that fruity floral is my least favorite. I usually like something with a little bit more depth. I like something with a little bit of amber, some sweetness, but lately I have been loving the fruity floral. That's just like my jam. That's what I've been going to lately. I have J'adore Dior, the Eau de Toilette, which I really like. I've got Chanel Chanceau Tendre, which I've been really loving, and that just seems to be what's been doing it for me lately. So this perfume, you guys, came out in 2012, and I'm pretty sure I actually used to wear this perfume when it first came out. This was one of my signature scents literally when it came out, you guys. The bottle is not my favorite, I will say that, and I don't really know what piqued my interest in this perfume again, but it was taken off of the shelves and it was reintroduced at my local Shoppers Drug Mart. And as soon as I smelled it and sprayed it again, I just knew. I knew that this was going to be the most perfect fragrance and a perfect everyday classy go-to. And this perfume, you guys, is none other than from Marc Jacobs, which I'm not a huge Marc Jacobs perfume fan as a rule. It is Marc Jacobs Dot. So first of all, don't love the packaging. And this is not the type of perfume I would have imagined I would be making a video about today. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, do you think you're ever going to own Marc Jacobs Dot again? I probably would have said absolutely not. I'm so over it. Like that scent is just not for me. But here I am with a 50 ml bottle. I'm happy to say that they did upgrade the packaging a little bit. I still think the packaging is a little bit tacky. I don't love the little cap on it. I don't love the sort of ladybug polka dot thing that's going on, but the scent inside, you guys, is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So this is classified as a fruity, white floral, tropical, sweet, fresh coconut vanilla fragrance, which is interesting because I wouldn't have said that it had coconut or vanilla at first sniff. So in the opening, you have red berries, dragon fruit, and honeysuckle. In the middle, you have coconut, jasmine, and orange blossom. And in the base, you have driftwood, vanilla, and musk. So I will say that right off the hop, definitely I can smell the florals, I can smell the jasmine, I can smell the orange blossom, and I definitely can smell the berries and the dragon fruit. I would say that the stars of the show here are definitely the dragon fruit and the berries. This is a very feminine smelling perfume. It definitely has a floral component to it, which I'm loving, and I don't really get much coconut, I don't really get much vanilla. It has a little bit of a muskiness in the background, a little bit of a sweetness coming from the orange blossom and the honeysuckle. And then there is a bit of a woody component as well, just to kind of ground it and give it a nice firm base so it's not super fleeting and here this moment, gone the next. So it does have a little bit of a musky, woody dry down. So let me go ahead and give this a smell here. Oh my gosh. So I want to spray this on paper. I'm just smelling the lid right now. So this is, let me just spray a little bit in the cap here because I want to get the opening. Oh, okay, so your first spray, it is so fresh, so fruity, so feminine. It smells like a shampoo. It smells like a dragon fruit and a berry shampoo, which is what I have been loving lately. I'm loving this fresh, clean, shampoo-y vibe. Very inoffensive, appropriate for all ages. I think it does lean a little bit more mature, but I think it's appropriate for all ages because it kind of just smells like a great shampoo. It smells like a great fruity shampoo, and I have tried a ton of fruity shampoo-y type of perfumes. This one just does it for me. So yeah, that initial blast, you get the dragon fruit, you get the red berries, you get this like kind of sweet white floral touch. I really don't get coconut. If there is coconut, it is blended very, very quietly in the background. So it's not like too effervescent or too bright or too transparent. It gives it just enough to kind of ground it. It does have a little bit of a depth to it, but it's like a clean, fresh depth, if that makes sense. And yeah, I don't really get vanilla. Let me go ahead and spray this on my skin here. I do have a whole bunch of makeup swatches on my arm, so just ignore that. I was just making a video with all my blushes. On the skin, it definitely becomes a little bit creamier. What I love about Dot is that it doesn't smell like every other fresh, fruity, shampoo-y perfume that's out there. It does smell a little bit more dated. It doesn't smell super, super modern, but that's kind of what I like about it. I think this is in a class all of its own. It's very different. It's different from J'adore. It's different from Blooming Bouquet. It's different than Dylan Blue. It's different than any of the fresh fruity florals that I can think of. This one is just in a class all on its own. And actually, when I was looking for something fresh fruity floral, I was trying all of the Marc Jacobs perfumes because that's one thing about Marc Jacobs, even though this hasn't been my favorite perfume house, traditionally speaking, and I haven't always loved the Daisy perfumes. I used to actually wear Daisy, Marc Jacobs Daisy, just the original. That was also my signature scent right before I got this one. So I wore Daisy and then I got this one. And actually, if you compare the Daisy perfumes to Dot, you're going to find a lot of similarities. Daisy tends to go a little bit more in that sweet, youthful direction. Dot is just a touch more mature. And I think that's what's speaking to me about it. I kind of wanted one of the Daisies. I wanted the Daisy Wild, which is their newest release their second newest release in the green bottle with the green juice. However, I don't know, just when I was comparing them back to back, Daisy Wild was just a little bit too sweet for me. It was a little too creamy. This one has a little bit more freshness to it. Yeah, this is long lasting, you guys. It lasts forever. Super, super sophisticated, super classy, just like a very easy grab and go everyday perfume that it smells just like quintessentially perfumey. It's sort of stereotypical in terms of everything you want in a fresh, fruity, floral shampoo-y fragrance, but without being boring, without being too common. It's just like, it's like the most perfect, fresh, fruity, floral shampoo-y perfume that you can imagine. That's what it is. It's kind of like shampoo perfection when it comes to a perfume. And it doesn't go too youthful. It has good lasting power. It's elegant. It's classy. You could wear this for the office. This could be a signature scent. I think that this smells good enough to wear like fresh out of the shower. I have to say as well that a lot of these fresh, fruity, floral shampoo-y perfumes, men find them very, very attractive for some reason. They like that sort of fresh, clean, shampoo-y scent. I think because it kind of reminds them of like, how a girl's hair smells when you've just shampooed it and it has that clean, fruity scent to it. That's what this gives. Dragon fruit as well, such an amazing note when it comes to perfumery because it always smells juicy, it always smells youthful, it always smells playful. But then they've kind of dressed this up a little bit with the driftwood and with the jasmine, orange blossom, so they've also taken it in a little bit more of a mature, sophisticated floral direction. It's not just like a bubblegum teeny bopper shampoo, Bath and Body Works. It's a little bit more sophisticated than that. And yeah, it just lasts forever. When you walk outside, the sillage that you get from this, it just smells like effortlessly classy. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Coach Dreams, something like that in the vibes that it gives. And all in all, it's just like a perfect perfect everyday perfume. This perfume, you guys, I did get from my local Shoppers Drug Mart, so I did pay full retail price for it, but I had a whole bunch of points, so I actually saved like 75% off. But you can get this from places like perfumeonline.ca, Fragrance Buy, Fragrance Net. You can get this for literally $50 for a bottle, so you're going to pay a lot less, and it is one of the cheaper, like less expensive designer perfumes that's out there. I just think this does not get the attention that it deserves. I don't think it gets the recognition it deserves. The only thing I would change is the bottle, although I kind of like that it looks a little bit retro. With the red polka dots, I feel like it's kind of a retro looking bottle, but yeah, just so underrated, so under talked about. It's like the perfect shampoo-y fragrance for a mature woman. You want to smell fresh, you want to smell clean, you want to smell elegant, you want to smell like you just got out of the shower. But you don't want to smell like you're wearing a cheap Bath & Body Works spray. This is the one. You have to check it out. I will say personally, I like the way this smells better on clothing than on skin, and also in hair. I like the sillage I get from this sort of wafting off of my clothing, not so much off of my skin. On my skin, it does change and smell a little bit different, but the sillage that you get regardless when you walk outside is fantastic. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about this fragrance. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I like to share with you guys when I find things that are exciting to me, or that, you know, that I'm just really pumped about. And this is just such a great one. So super slept on. Definitely check it out. You can get it for a steal of a deal. Perfect for every day, perfect for the office. I think it would be a huge compliment getter. And it's something different than your typical Chanel Chance Tendre that everybody seems to be wearing, Blooming Bouquets or your J'adores. It's just a little bit different. And sometimes it's nice to bring something back from the past that is great for a reason, like such a great one. With a lot of similarities, like I said, to the Daisy perfumes, but this one takes Daisy in a slightly more elegant, mature direction, which I'm really, really enjoying. So that is Dot from Marc Jacobs, making a resurgence.